Hello, everyone. My name is Bishop Casanova Green, and I am the lead pastor here at True Vision Christian Community. I know it's very rare for you to get me one-on-one, because typically we broadcast when we have services and other events, but I wanted to speak with all of you, our friends, our family, be it in person, online, in Lancaster, around the world, about some things, some changes that are happening in the life of our church. So as you may have heard from today's message, yes, today was our last service here at 706 West Willing Street. The reason for that is purely cost space. It's very expensive to maintain this building, and we initially had a very generous gift that helped us maintain the rent and other utilities for the space. However, that money, that funding has lapsed, and we are not in the place to continue maintaining this building. So I truly owe a debt of gratitude to the family that gave us the funding for this space, and I thank God for the amazing work that we've been able to do in this neighborhood over the past 2 years. So with that, it is necessary for us to move. However, our destination is not unfamiliar to us at all. We will be returning back to our downtown hub, located at 117 West Main Street, Suite 110E. It's in Lancaster. It's literally 2 minutes that way. It's in the heart of downtown Lancaster. So I'm excited about what God is doing. And, as I shared in today's message, we made a vow. We made a vow 5 years ago to Lancaster and the surrounding community to serve, to minister, and to minister in the best way that we know how. And I think with us being in this space, it taught us a lot of things. We learned a lot of lessons from being here. But I really believe that those lessons prepared us for where we're going next and where God is taking us. So I want to give you some information to look at what's next for us. So pretty much, as of now, we will be moving fully online until Sunday, April 2nd, 2022. That is actually on Sunday. So the reason why we are holding off until that time to do that, to meet in person, is one, we know the winter's coming. We know that we have COVID, we have the flu, we have RSV, we have all these things flying around right now. So we want to give people the opportunity to just be able to rest. And also, it really gives me and our leadership team an opportunity to really sit down and pray and really evaluate how things are going to go moving forward. So for those 3 months, I'll be preaching and teaching online, kind of going back to how things were during COVID, where I was preaching and teaching and ministering online from our downtown hub. That we're looking at ways to also expand our footprint within the building itself, because pretty much what God has been showing me is that the way to do church in this current season, this current time, is changing, and we have to be. So a part of that is how we will be utilizing the West Main Street building. So that's why we'll need more time to really gather together and look at how gathering is going to look, and do it in a way that is the most advantageous, but also the most effective and easiest as possible, so that we were able to continue to build upon the work that God has called for us to do. So with that, join us online to Christmas Eve at 7:00 p.m. I'm going to be recording a brief reflection video just to prepare our hearts and minds to understand the significance of the time that we have been together. As you all know, typically we would have had like a 4-part series. It would have been a whole thing. But with the circumstances surrounding this, I wanted to make sure that we had focus and really left this space right. So Christmas Eve, 7 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. Also with this move, there will be several changes. One of the first major changes will be a complete rebrand of the church. Total, complete, down to the logo rebrand. So I've had some logo designs made for us. Those of you who are current members, you will have a say in what our new logo will be. So we're looking at the logo, we're looking at color schemes, all that stuff, how our website is going to look, how our social media is going to look, even our print materials, how that's going to work as well. So that way we are being effective. And, this move, honestly, is a major season change for us as a church. And rather than just taking old things into a new season, we're going to start fresh. We're going to start completely new. Like even looking at our softwares that we use down to our church management system, that we're going to walk into this way different than how we walked into previous seasons. So with that, as of today, the concept of the encounter as our service name is over. So instead, when we move it to the gathering, and those gatherings will begin Sunday, July 1st at 12 o'clock p.m. online on Facebook, YouTube, and live.truevisionlancaster.org. I believe one of the things that we'll be leaning into a lot more is online ministry or e-church, our e-church practices. So we want to create a place for people to have that gathering, that sanctuary experience. So our live at truevisionlancaster.org, which you've actually had since 2020, is going to be our main worship hub where you'll be able to talk to each other, really interact, also give you methodologies for giving, prayer requests if you want to, for calls to salvation. So we are excited. We are totally excited about how God is moving us in this direction. But one of the major areas that we still need much help in is in giving and in our finances. Even with us moving to this newer model, we are going to need financial help. And in fact, for us to close out of this space effectively, we need your help to do so. So let's talk about, if you want to support the work of this ministry, let's talk about our giving channels. You can give via Cash App at $TBCC Lancaster, or PayPal, tbcclancaster@gmail.com. Or you can also give via cash or check if you plan on if you want to do physical giving, and you'll be more than welcome to drop that off or mail it to our hub, 117 West Main Street, Suite 110E, Lancaster, Ohio 43130. Again, 117 West Main Street, Suite 110E in Lancaster, Ohio. You can also give via Givelify, which is an app-based platform. It's personally what Pastor Rachel and I use. For our giving, is quick and easy, 10 seconds, bing, boom, it's done. So again, we can't keep lights on. We can't do what we need to do because, money still is what makes the world go round. And I want you to understand that what you give to this ministry goes back into this ministry. It helps us continue the soul-winning, kingdom-building, life-changing work that we have been called to do as True Vision Christian Community. So with that, I know the biggest question that many of you may have right now is, especially for those who are a part of the ministry, will we ever have a building again? The answer to that is yes. We will. I really believe, I know what God has been showing to me, revealing to me in my prayer time and giving me strategy for, is that we will have a building again. And he's giving me strategies on how to do these things. We'll talk about these more later as we prepare to gather in April. But next time will be different. And also the biggest thing is I really want everyone who's watching this under the sound of my voice to understand, or even those who are going to be listening to this to understand, is that it's not about the edifice. It's about the heart of the people that God has called to use. And God has blessed us with a ministry full of people who serve and who are deeply loving and truly care about the work of the kingdom. So this is not a setback. This is not a departure. This is a retooling. This is a rebuilding. That I really, truly believe that God is going to make us a healthier church because of this, and a much more effective church because of this. And as I shared in the service today, but God has been showing me, he's been bringing me back to where things were, back to square one with a lot of things in the church. one of the things that God is showing me in this is that we are going from being a building of one to hubs of many. That we're not going to be focused about, let's fill up this big old space with people, everybody come here, but creating and equipping people to do the work of the kingdom in little spots all over the world. I mean, we see this model happening in India already with the 300 churches, and I believe that that's where God is taking us to here, here in this season. So I love each one of you. I thank God for all of you. Thank you so much for supporting us, for loving us, for being with us, and really standing with us. If you want to know more about what's going on, we actually within the next 2 weeks, be on the lookout, because we are going to be really boosting our group page that is attached to our church Facebook page. And I encourage you, as soon as you see it pop up, connect with us, connect with that group, because that's where you'll be getting the big old insider pieces of information. All right, so I love you all. I'm praying for each and every one of you. As you can see, I got my sidekick here. Hi. So he's like, Daddy. All right, so I love you all. I wish you all a blessed and Merry Christmas and a prosperous and Happy New Year. God bless you.